Hello and welcome to the WP Builds newsletter number 4. This is covering the week commencing the 12th of March 2018. Our first story comes from the WP Tavern and it's entitled Stack Overflow Survey Respondents Still Rank WordPress Among the Most Dreadful Platforms. This is to say that 101,000 software developers from 183 countries throughout the world were polled, and WordPress came in a dismal 6th as, well, basically the most dreadful platform to use. It's better though, because a few years ago I think it was number 2 or 3. Anyway, you probably disagree with that if you're listening to this podcast, but nevertheless it's quite funny just to start your week on a lovely cheery note. The second news item is really a bit of a plug, really. It's to say that Wallace Inline 3 lifetime licenses are being given away on the WP Builds website. Bradley Kirby, the person who created this, has kindly offered us 3 lifetime licenses. It enables you to do inline editing with Beaver Builder. So if you fancy winning that, go to wpbuilds.com/win and you can get a chance of doing that. Also, there is 25% off main WP using the coupon code WPBuilds. That's going on for the foreseeable future on any of their licenses. Okay, the next one is from the Yoast website, the SEO people, and this is to say that they've allocated a significant amount of money, I think it's 25,000 euros, in order to try and get a diversity fund going so that they can pay for people. They mention women, but also minorities along to tech conferences. So the idea really is that they would pay for your flights and accommodation. And there's a process if you would like to attend WordPress or Magento or TYP03, Typo3 conferences, you can fill in the application form. So if that fits the bill for you and you'd like to go to a conference, then they will help you out with some finance if you meet their criteria. The other one, the next one, is WordFence. The WordFence website has updated us on the fact that your SSL certificates coming from Symantec are going to stop running very soon. If it was bought before June the 1st, 2016, then it's going to stop working in the stable release of Chrome on the 17th of April this year. If it was bought after that date, then it's going to stop working on the 16th of October when Chrome 70 finally rolls out. So the problem is that essentially Symantec were caught up to no good, and so as a punishment, Google have decided to basically not recognize their certificates. Now, this doesn't just apply to Symantec because they've got sort of sister and parent companies, child companies as well. So this is Thought, VeriSign, Equifax, GeoTrust, and RapidSSL. So if you've got any of their certs, you really need to be looking into that and getting them changed ASAP. Let's Encrypt, speaking of certs, now offer SSL wildcard certificates, which means that you'll be able to just have one certificate and you'll be able to cover all the, for example, subdomains. So you could have 10 subdomains. Multi-site feels like a perfect fit for this. That's coming around and it should be released very, very, very soon. It was supposed to be January 2018 and a little bit late, but now apparently it's there. Now then, this is an interesting one. 3 crypto mining plugins for WordPress. This comes from the WP Solver website. Now, why you would want to do this, I don't know, apart from just annoying your users, because JavaScript has got very little chance of mining you any cryptocurrency. But it seems to be the way things are going, and on some of the podcasts I've been listening to, they're thinking about this as a possible rival alternative for ads. If you can generate revenue from people's CPU cycles. Don't expect to get rich, though. But here we have 3 plugins: Crypto Content Locker, WP Monero Miner, and JavaScript Cryptocurrency Miner. I would imagine if you're going to put these and spike your customers and users' CPU cycles, probably at the very least you should be telling them. This is the WP Lift, and it's all about the fact that a very, very large site called TechCrunch has recently gone headless with their WordPress installation with React. Basically, it now feels like the entire blog, the entire website, if you like, is all on one big page. And it's a really interesting example of what you can do with the WordPress REST API. Nothing more to say about that. Just maybe go and check techcrunch.com and see what WordPress can be forced to do if you've got lots of dollars to spend on development. Okay, now we're moving over to not WordPress news, but interesting anyway. Google have confirmed that they've updated their algorithm over the last week. So basically, if you're seriously hot on SEO this week, you should be looking, see if things have gone up, see if things have gone down, and keep your eyes peeled on the SEO news to see if things can be explained. It's always a bit of a mystery around these times. The TechCrunch website that I just mentioned a moment ago has Tim Berners-Lee saying that platform power users, if you like, are crushing the web. So I think really he's talking about people like Google and Facebook and so on and so forth. And he's a very thoughtful man. He's obviously the inventor of the World Wide Web, and he's saying that dominating platforms are getting so much power that we're going to face a period of a decade or so where the internet doesn't innovate, because these companies can just buy up their rivals and stifle innovation and just make sure that everything goes through their silos. It's a very interesting article, and I would highly recommend reading it. He's certainly an interesting thought leader. Okay, now we've got Lifehacker, which I haven't returned to for a very long time, but have this week because there's a Google Docs competitor based upon the blockchain. Now it's called Graphite, and whilst I wouldn't advise you bin Google Docs or Microsoft Office, it's quite an interesting alternative. Apparently it's super fast, super minimal, and it's just really interesting if you're looking around for something which is very, very private. So there we go. There's my hot news items, if you like, for this week. Thank you for listening to this, and I hope it allows you to have a very nice start to your week. Thank you. Bye-bye.